Hi everyone, it's Katie from Scrap for Your Life YouTube. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share a swap that I've been in with on Lisa Goss, the Happycrafter channel here on YouTube. And we were supposed to make a stationary flip box. And I'm in group 4 and my swap partners were Lala's Creations 12 and Scrap Paper Scissors. And let me show you, this is how I packaged it up. I had a bow that I made out of this, it's like an organza napkin that I got like a set of 16 from a garage sale one time for like a couple bucks. And it's got roses on it and everything. So I just made a little bow out of that and put it on the package. And then the package, I used the bag from the Dollar Tree from the wedding section. It's just the little gift bags you get. And on the back, I just have a tag that has the swap information on the back. And then this tag I made for, you were supposed to make the top 10 things about you. And so I put that on the back and put the applique, it's like a leaf on the front of that with a little piece of paper that was punched out with an oval scallop punch, and then I stickled the flowers. And these flowers I got on eBay, and eBay or AliExpress. I think it was eBay. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside for a minute. And here is the swap box that I made. And I'll just go over the paper that I used. I think I used 4 paper collections and 4 paper pads, and then I used Recollections cardstock, colored cardstock, this light pink, and also a light, the box is made with a like a sea blue color of that was Recollections cardstock that I made the box out of. So let's see, on the first one, that, let me get that paper pad. This one was Recollections Budapest, and all I used was this one pattern right here for the front and the inside a little bit, and it has like gold foil in the pattern on top of there. And then let me set that aside. The sides and on the inside sides I used this wood grain and kind of light blue color, and that was from the Happy Day stack from Die Cuts with a View. And the floral around the top of the lid, that one was from, I think I used it on a few cards inside and on the inside. Oh, I have to look just a second. I forgot. The Rose Cottage collection, like Rose Cottage Chalet Rose from Recollections. And that was a hot buy from Michael's. And on the top, on this part of the lid, I used the pink cardstock. Oh, I'm missing a paper pad. Hold on one second. I'm going to get that one. Okay, I'm back with the other cardstock pad, paper pad that I used was this Blush Craft Rose and rose gold die cuts with a view paper pad, and most of the pink came out of this pack. It was this pink, and the only thing I pretty much killed this paper pad with this one. The only thing I have left is like these little quotes on there. So I used that cardstock color on the top, and then I ran out of that, so that's why I had to use the Recollections cardstock that I tried to match up from my... On the front I made a bow, and I used this die, and I got this on AliExpress, and so I made two different bows. One's out of foil paper underneath, and like gold foil, and then the other one is out of this paper on. Then I used a resin rose in the middle, and then on the ends of the bows I kind of glued the ends together but left it not glued in the middle there, so it puffs up. And then I stickled all the edges, and this rose paper I ran it all the way around on both sides to the edge here, and then just added one more piece right there, and then stickled all the way around the edges with gold stickles. And on the top, the bossing folder that I used was the Cricket Cuttlebug by Anna Griffin, and it is, I can't read that, let me see, Blossom Dance. And then on top of that I put these applique. I took 3 appliques and put them on the top of the box right there. And these appliques I got from eBay a long time ago. And then I used 2 different butterfly dies, and I got these both on AliExpress. And this butterfly die I made the large butterfly, and the 2 small butterflies. This is a collage of butterflies, so I just cut, after I cut it all out, I just snipped off the 2 different butterflies and used those, and I layered them with, the bottom layer is the rose paper, and the center layer is the gold foil, and then the top layer is the rose paper again. And then I stickled the top layers on all 3 with crystal, I think it's called crystal stickles. And then on the top here I have 2 roses, 2 large roses. I got those from AliExpress, and 2 small roses. I got those, no, those are from AliExpress also. And then the little center prill things, well, I don't know what, I forgot what they're called there, but they're going the flower centers, and I made just like a little swag on each side. Those were from Heartfelt Creations. I got those at the Scrapbook Expo. And on the flowers I just stickled the top of the flowers. And let's go to the back. And on the back here, on that one paper pad, I think it's the Blush Craft and Rose Gold, yes, paper pad, and I made this pocket from that paper. And this is just a paper doily that is lined with some gold stickles, and I put in 2 tags. They were just blank, but you could use these for anything. But one thing you can also use, and I did use it on the inside, I used it for a topper. So I just scored with my scoreboard straight down the middle and then folded it over as a topper. and then just decorate on top of that. And on the back, that other same paper pad, the craft, blush craft in rose gold. Then I did the embossing on that paper too with that same embossing folder. So let's get inside the box. Okay. Set that aside. So here's the inside. I'll let you take a look at it before we go over everything. So I used the same paper that was used on the pocket on the outside, the little hearts on it. Let me see if I can lift it up closer so you can see better when I'm explaining. And right here I used the same paper that was on the front with that gold foiling to make a pocket. We were supposed to have a pocket for the stamp, your postage stamps to go in. So I made my pocket sideways so you can just slip the stamps in and out. And this tag's just a sample. I put 2 little stamps on that, and it says stamp pocket stamp sample, and just slide that right in there. And then on the notepad, it was a sticky notepad, and I just put the swap member's initial on the front of there. And I used, I don't have the smaller one, but I used it's a die, and it comes with this die, and it's a smaller one that's that size, and that's from AliExpress. And so I used that, and then I just cut it out again in the pink, and then just cut the circle out so it would fit inside of it. And I rose our gold stickled the edges of that, and then I just put a paper pad sticky notes in there. And then we're supposed to make a pen holder, so I made that with that same paper right here. And let me pull the pin. And then the pin, I just had some rose gold pins with crystals in them. I thought they match pretty good with that, with the pink. And then I put this paper clip. It's a mini paper clip, and I put that just on a few sheets down, just so the pad doesn't go flying open, because it was doing that a lot. Okay. And on the sides I did these little flowers layered with that same paper from the front and some pink paper and a center gem. Now on all my flowers I've had these for years, like since 2006 I bought these, and I think I forget who they're by, EK Success I think, and they're little flowers, and I use these all the time. I love these little flowers because you can layer them all the time with every different color and throw a gem in it, and really fast. And then the gems, I have these gem sheets that I got from Scrapbook Expo. The stationery pocket has that same paper from the front, and these are 2 pockets that are in here, and these are for 3x3 note cards. We'll look at those first, and the envelopes. Let me move that aside. Okay, the first one I just put the same little flower and paper from there, and the inside I just left blank. On the envelope I put the seal using the little flower punch again, and this was also from the Blush Craft and Rose Gold collection, that paper. And then on the other side, after I glued the seal on the tip, I just put a little sticky thing where you peel it back and then they can stick it down. And then on this one, same thing. I just used a different paper from that same collection. Empty on the inside, different envelope. All the paper matches for the envelopes. I think I made them to match the flower, so they go together with those. And this one, see, it matches the envelope, and that one the same. And then I have just a couple of doilies that, those are the same ones I used on that pocket. They're just paper doilies. I'm just putting that in there. And the tags, you could include tags or sentiments or both. I did both. I did more sentiments than tags. So on these tags, I used, oh, I forgot what I used on this. It was a die cut, but I don't know where it is right now. And then the top was different, so I just like kind of fussy cutted it the way I wanted it because I didn't like it. And then I used the embossed paper behind it, and then this die cut I got from AliExpress also, and that was the center, and I just cut the edges around it off. And the back is out of that same blue paper, and then I just used organza ribbon from the Dollar Tree. And then these tags are from the, I don't know why I can't remember that name, I always have to look. Blush Craft and Rose Gold paper pad. And there's the same hearts that I used on this in the pocket. And then the twine is the gold twine, and you'll see that in a second because I'm going to show some more of that. And just a little mini gold clothespin to hold that, all the tags together. And then I'm including a large paper clip, and they can make, and I'm also including small paper clips. They're all in gold, and you can make like rosettes on the tops of these, and like banners, little banners with those. Okay, let me pull this all out at once. Okay, and this is one of those butterflies that I just layered on top of that applique doily. And then that's the topper I was telling you about from, let me see if I can grab it. From these, where I just folded it over. Sorry if I'm not getting in frame, I can't see my screen because I don't have something hooked up yet to a screen, and I need to do that because it's hard filming when you can't see. Okay, and then I just have a bunch of sentiments and some more of those doilies I'm including inside the appliques, and I think 1 or 4 like rose images. And then my A2 cards were supposed to fit back here in this pocket right here. And we were supposed to make 4 of those and 4 envelopes. So I did mine like that using the coordinating papers, and then I just put one of the flowers there and embossed in here. And then on this one, just the flower and different paper, and then I put 3 of the small flowers inside. And on this one I used the heart paper with the wood grain, which was the same on the sides and the outside, and then across this part I used that wood grain. And then the 3 flowers inside. And then this is just a rose paper and the 3 flowers and 2 flowers inside. And my envelopes, they just have one of those little seals made out of the flower, and on the other side they can peel this part off and just stick it down when they're ready to do it. Now these are made out of the thick cardstock, and I tried it. I was going to use just regular white envelopes, but my brain won't let me do it because I'm so color coordinated that I didn't like it, and so I was like, no, I have to use it. But there was no thinner paper that I could find that actually matched anything. Everything was either a bright pink or a medium pink that I didn't like. That I could never find any blue ones. None of the blue that I found matched, so I had to make the thick ones. Okay, let me put that all that together. And inside the box, I used the embossing folder to emboss this part right here. Okay, and let's see. I just had the different punches that I used. I used these punches to do some of the sentiments. And this one, I think, only is this once on there. I'm going to include this gold twine. It was from the, I think it's called Mrs. Sparkle or something at Joann's. And what I did was I just covered the bottom and the top with that rose paper. That was the same from there. And put one of them appliques and put some stickles on the flowers. But they can use this as an embellishment too if you want to just cut it off right there, or pull up the edge and cut around as a circle if you don't want the other part of it. So those can be used as embellishments also. And on here too, I was thinking if you want to use this as an embellishment too, you can just cut, when you cut this open, just cut the little part of the pink around the center, and you can use that butterfly as an embellishment also. Let's see. Okay, so all my tags for the packages are all like this, and so I'm going to go over my 10 things about me. And number 1 was name. It's Katie. I'm sure you all know by watching my channel. My social media is YouTube, Scrap for Your Life, Instagram at Scrap for Your Life. My city and state, I live in Ripon, California, and my status in kids is married for almost 23 years in September. Or September 7th will be 23 years, and I have one son who just turned 21 in April. Then number 5 was coffee or tea. I put iced tea because I drink iced tea year round, and I don't like coffee, and I don't like the smell of coffee, but sorry about that, my camera turned off. I was saying I like all craft styles just about, except for grunge, like skulls, and I like vintage, but I like to craft vintage, but I don't really like to use vintage in anything in my room or anything. But I do like Victorian vintage like that, shabby chic kind of things, and just anything that's really pretty. And number 7 is your favorite adhesive. Mine for right now is Dries Clear Glue, and I have to include this tear tape because I use both of these, and I do like my ATG gun, but right now it's sitting empty because I've been lazy not to refill it. So I've just been grabbing this one and my Dries Clear Glue. And I also like that fabric tat glue. but I use a mixture of both or all three of those. And I would be using my ATG gun if I wasn't lazy and need to change it. Okay, number 8 is favorite crafty tools. I put down my scoreboard, my Purple Cows paper cutter, and my stylus tool, which, let me see if I have that one. This is my stylus tool. I love this tool because you can hold it to pick anything. It does a lot of stuff. So I like that a lot. But I like my Paper Cows cutter. I got that from Costco over 10 years ago, I think it was. Let's see, I was doing YouTube back in 2009. I think I started this channel, and that's when I got that cutter. So it's 2019, so yeah. And I've used that one. I also have that Fiskars cutter, the orange one you see everybody having, except for mine has the ball cutter, or the roller cutter that you move back and forth instead of the other little cutter, because I kind of just like the way you can push it and do it. For some reason it doesn't hurt my hand as much as the other one doing it that way. I don't know. But my Paper Cows cutter has the guillotine cutter on it plus the slider, but I don't use the slider on that one. I just use the guillotine. And I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Is it guillotine? I don't know. But, and then my scoreboard. I had to include my scoreboard because without the scoreboard, I like to design a lot of stuff and do my own like patterns. And I used to do this without the scoreboard before it was even came out. And it's a lot of work. But I found after the scoreboard came out, and it's just so much easier to use. The scoreboard, I can just take my paper and think up something and just go try to like turn it and do whatever measurement I want on it, and then cut it out to see if it works. And it just helps me do everything better. So I don't think I could live without that now, because knowing how it was before the scoreboard and then after, I love that thing. Okay, number 9 is chocolate or fruity. Chocolate for sure. It's always been chocolate. And then number 10, the music you like is, I like singer-songwriter, alternative rock, pop rock, soft rock, 80s, and contemporary Christian, and I love to listen to Caleb. And my favorite right now, well, favorites right now are For King and Country, the band, and Endless Summer Music. And those are 2 that I've been listening to a lot lately. The one, Endless Summer Music, is on YouTube, and they used to be in a band called the Moffats, but I don't even know how I came across them, but they're 2 brothers. They used to have 4 brothers, I think it was, in the Moffats. But those 2 brothers, if you go and watch their YouTube, you'll see what I mean about they harmonize really good together, and they go out traveling to different places and do videos on, like in the mountains, on the river, up in Utah and stuff like that, in Colorado. But I really love that. Concludes all of my swap and all the information for it, and I'm going to get this mailed out. And thank you, Lisa, for hosting the swap. And this is the first swaps that I started since I had my rotator cuff surgery, so I was trying to ease my way back into it. So thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. I have another one real soon that I filmed. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it up before this one or after, but I filmed this before my surgery and I haven't edited it yet, so I'll be getting that one out. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.